This is Michael with the Vision Experience here in our HD workshop, and this is one of our new HD audio video workstations. In this video, we're going to go over the quick setup and operation of all the individual components just to give you a quick video manual to get your system up and running. Now, we've already got the system powered up, so what I'm going to do now is just kind of go through how you set up the system from scratch. We've taken off the top case that goes with it, and it's got a shelf here that just pulls straight out. If you've got a projector that's for a smaller screen, you can just set it right here on top of the shelf here, and otherwise just set it to the side. You can use this top shelf for all your accessories and things. Now, connecting the cables is easy as 3 quick cables. On the side of the case here, you can see we've got a pre-wired HDMI output that goes right to your projector. And then we also have 2 XLRs, which we're using today, that are going to a pair of powered speakers. And we also have RCA main audio outputs. So depending on if you're using an amp or a FM wireless transmitter or something, you have that you can also use. So connect those 3 cables. You're 100% wired and ready for action. For power, you just have one. You just turn on this one button right here on the power conditioner, and that powers up everything. You just pull the cable through the back of the case, plug it in, and everything in this case is all powered up and ready to go. You'll want to now go ahead and turn on your individual components. The monitor will automatically power up. The monitor switcher automatically powers up. Go ahead and power on your wireless mic if you're going to be using that. The projector switcher here will power up automatically. Here's your power for DVD 1. Down here's your power for DVD 2. And then you've got your preamp with the power switches right there. So with that, you're powered up and ready to go. So we already have a couple DVDs playing in the players right now, just for the sake of this video. So once you've got a couple DVDs playing, we'll go through the different features. Now, with all of VXP's systems, we separate the audio and the video path. This gives you individual control of each and makes the whole system that much easier to use. So let's start with the video. Right here we have our monitor, and you can see right here we've got DVD 1 and DVD 2 right here on the switcher. So you can, there's right now we're looking at DVD 2. If I hit the button, it'll switch over to DVD 1. And what's great about that is you can look at the images in the monitors and it doesn't affect what you're sending to the projector. So you can queue up DVD 1 while DVD 2 is playing and vice versa. It's just a really great feature to have. So the monitor for DVD 1 and DVD 2 are all integrated into the system. Now, sending the images to the projector, down here we have the projector switcher. And you can do this a couple different ways. Right here, there's a selector switch that'll scroll through the different inputs, and there's also a remote that does come with it that allows you to individually switch to 1, 2, 3, or 4. So if you look on here, channel 1 is DVD 1, then you've got DVD 2, and then 3 and 4 are the 2 outside devices. So you can plug in 2 separate HDMI inputs from your outside device and integrate it into the station. And that's just really how simple it is. So if I hit select right here, right now it's on DVD 1, and it takes a couple of seconds for the HDMI handshake going on, but right there you can kind of see DVD 1. I go down here and hit DVD 2, and then once again it just takes a second or two, and then there's the image on DVD 2. And I have an outside device. I have this other DVD player plugged into HDMI 1 on the side of the case right here, and there that image is on the screen. So it's that simple. So you're able to control your outside devices right here in the workstation, and that's just fantastic. And that's all there is for your video path. Now, audio is a little bit different. What we have down here is our preamp right here that everything is connected to. So if you look over here on the preamp right here, you've got the input where the wireless mic remains connected, and then you've got, this is the volume right here for the wireless mic. This will work independent of your master volume over here, so you can set your mic levels and control your mic volume here without affecting the volume level you have set for your DVDs and everything. Then you've got your bass, mid, treble, balance, pretty typical. Right here now we have an echo section. So if you want to add some echo to your mic, or your sound. It's very simple to do. You'll see a little button here. If it's pushed in, it's going to affect your DVD players or whatever else is going that you're listening to. If that button is out, that's going to affect the microphone. And then these three buttons here, you'll notice that'll affect the echo level. If you're not using the echo section, just keep those volumes turned down all the way. And then over here we got some basic features. You've got loudness and pad and those kinds of basic features. It also does do a USB and an SD card if you ever wanted to just plug that directly into your mixer. And then here's the master volume, as we mentioned. Now over here we've got a mode button. And if we hit that mode button, it'll scroll through the different inputs that we have marked here. So you can see right here, that right there is DVD 1. If you wanted to hear DVD 1, you can turn that up. And then I hit the next mode again. It says DVD 2. There's DVD 2. If you want to hear what's going into, you look on the side here, you've got audio input 1 and audio input 2. So with this DVD player right here, we have the HDMI going into HDMI input 1, and we're using the audio input 1 for the DVD player. So audio input 1, you just push this button right here, and that gives you, now we're listening to that audio input 1. If you, we also have a phono input on the preamp. So that is the input here on the bottom of the plate. Now phono is a preamp input that you could put a turntable or something. If you try to put a regular DVD player through that particular audio input, it'll probably be distorted because it's going to be a little bit hot, but it does give the ability to put in some features and sources, including even a turntable, which can be kind of cool. So for that, you just hit mode right here and you'll see audio 2 right there, and that activates that phono input right there. So then once again now for audio, so if I want to, right now on the projector, I'm going to select DVD 1, which you can see now we've selected DVD 1, and then I go down here to the audio, and I hit mode. Right there's DVD 1. Now there's DVD 1, and we're hearing it in the sound. Now you want to go to DVD 2, you just push the projector selector to DVD 2. If you want to see it in the monitor, you select the monitor to DVD 2, and you go down to mode, push mode till you see DVD 2, and there's DVD 2. If you want to listen to your outside device, let's say we're going to use outside device HDMI input 1. That's going to this DVD player. So now I just go to the projector switcher, and there it is, HDMI 1. And then we're using the outside audio input 1, which down here you just push this button right here. And now we're listening and watching that DVD player. Now another note about connecting your outside devices. This particular DVD player has the analog audio RCA outputs that can go into the audio input. A lot of DVD players and items today do not have the RCA or analog output. All they got is the HDMI output, and that is it. So we include this special converter. If you look at this converter, it's got HDMI on one side. On the other side, you've got the HDMI out and the two audio outputs. So what you would basically do then is you would take the HDMI out of your, let's say this is a DVD player that does not have the audio. You just plug the DVD player right to the input of that. And then the output, the HDMI is going to go right directly to the input. And then it splits the audio that you can send to your audio input. We include this with the system, so it's that way you can take any outside device and you can use that conversion to make that work to get through your audio. And for the wireless mic now, it's simple and easy as it gets. Here's your mic right here. Right over here is your mic level. You just turn that up. Check test 1 2 3. Check test 1 2 3. It's all set to go. And if I want to add some echo to the mic, I just push that mic echo. Bring these up here. 1 2 3. Check test 2. So there's some echo here in the studio. It sounds great. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but that's how easy and simple it is to control your microphone. So once again, you turn those volumes down for the echo if you're not using them. And then also get a couple batteries, put them in here, because if you leave the microphone on or something, your batteries go dead. So just throw in a couple extra batteries there. That's a great idea. Also, with your remotes here, we put Velcro on them here so they'll stay in your drawer. A lot of these DVDs that come out now, they have a lot of features that you cannot access without the remote. So do not lose your remotes. Here's the remote for the projector switcher. It allows you just to simply push a button and go directly to that source that you want to watch instead of going through this button here that scrolls through them. You may never use it, but there it is and it's available. And then we have another remote that's for the monitor. It allows you to go through the menu. It's already preset. You probably never need to use it, but it is included, and there it is. And that is it. That's how easy and simple it is. So for a quick recap, setting it up is easy as one cable to the projector, a couple cables for your speakers and sound. You power up the system right there. And then, as we mentioned, you've got a switcher for DVD 1 or DVD 2 in the manual. You've got a 4-way projector switcher, and this will send DVD 1, DVD 2, outside HDMI 1, outside HDMI 2 to the projector. For audio, you've got the mode button here that you scroll between DVD 1, DVD 2, audio input 1, audio input 2, and controlling the wireless mic is as easy as just turning up the volume right there and having everything powered up. So there it is, VXPs, HD audio video workstations, high quality, wonderful, and easy to set up, and they're available now at thevisionexperience.com.